Hello and welcome everyone to another episode of Autocar Quick News, where we bring you the roundup of the week's hottest automotive news from around the world.
But before we begin, make sure you hit the subscribe button and the bell icon to stay updated on all of our latest videos.
Lots and lots of unveils to talk about this week. Let's begin with the debut of a concept that previews a brand new compact SUV due in 2021, the Renault Kiger.
Some notable elements of the Renault Kiger show car are the two-level full LED headlights with neon indicators merging with the grille to form a wing-like element, and large 19-inch wheels shod with heavily grooved tires with ground clearance rated at 210mm. Renault says the production version will retain about 80% of the concept's exterior design. The Kiger will be based on the CMF-A Plus platform and will share engines with the Nissan Magnite, so it will also be available with a 1-litre naturally aspirated petrol and a 1-litre turbo petrol with manual, AMT and CVT automatic options. Expect Renault to position the production Kiger marginally higher than the Magnite when it is launched in 2021.
Another SUV due for launch in 2021 is the Jeep Compass Facelift, which has finally made its debut at the Guangzhou Auto Show in China. And while it doesn't get any radical changes on the outside, it gets a number of crucial changes on the inside. While changes to the facelifted Jeep Compass's exterior are limited to mild tweaks to the headlights, grille, a new front bumper and new alloy wheel designs, it's the interior that witnesses the biggest changes. Jeep has completely redesigned the dashboard of the Compass, which now features a new steering wheel, a full digital instruments display and a freestanding 10.1-inch touchscreen infotainment system. Though there are new engines available overseas, the Compass facelift in India will continue with the same 2-litre diesel and 1.4-litre turbo petrol engines available with the pre-facelift model. Expect the facelifted Compass to be launched in India in 2021. This week, Honda unveiled the 11th generation Civic in prototype form ahead of the production version's debut next year, and it's clear that Honda has dialed down the aggression a little bit with this generation of the Civic.
The prototype revealed this week is essentially a close-to-production version of the 11th generation Civic. With the new generation car, Honda has stuck with the wide and low stance the world has come to associate with the Civic, but the design and styling are a departure from the current gen model. Gone are the aggressive, razor-sharp fascia and body creases, replaced by cleaner surfacing and a more grown-up appearance which has echoes of the Accord sold overseas, as well as the 5th generation City launched in India earlier this year. On the inside, the new Civic will adopt a cleaner, simpler design language and follows a design theme like that of the new City. A freestanding 9-inch touchscreen takes pride of place on what is an otherwise minimalistic dashboard. In a first, the new Civic will also come with a full digital instruments display. More details on the production spec new Civic are expected closer to its world premiere in 2021.
2 months on from the debut of the new S-Class, Mercedes-Benz has unveiled the new generation Maybach S-Class, which promises to shift the goalposts for luxury limousines by offering greater interior space and a longer list of comfort-oriented features.
At 5,469mm, the new Maybach S-Class is a substantial 180mm longer than the long wheelbase version of the new S-Class, and all of those 180mm have gone into the new Maybach's wheelbase, which is 3,396mm long, 31mm longer than even the outgoing Maybach S-Class. Unique touches include the signature Maybach grille with slim vertical bars and a Maybach inscription on top, a central chrome fin on the bonnet, a chrome applique for the lower parts of the front and rear bumpers, 34-spoke alloy wheels, larger rear doors, Maybach insignias on the C-pillars and an optional two-tone paint job. As standard, the new Maybach S-Class gets individual executive rear seats and a chauffeur package. The backrest of the executive seats can be reclined by as much as 43.5 degrees, and the backrest of the front passenger seat can be tilted forward by as much as 23 degrees to free up even more room at the back, allowing the rear seat passenger to really stretch out. Also part of the package is a massage function integrated into the rear seat calf rests, a neck and shoulder heating function for the rear passengers, adaptive rear lighting, powered rear door opening and closing, and active road noise cancellation. Expect Mercedes-Benz to bring the new Maybach S-Class to India closer to 2022.
There's a lot of supercar news this week as well. First, let's take a look at the Lamborghini Huracan STO, which is without question the most hardcore version of Lamborghini's V10 powered supercar till date.
Said to draw inspiration and technical learnings from the Huracan Super Trofeo Evo and successful GT3 racing models, the STO, which stands for Super Trofeo Omologata, is effectively a road homologated version of the racer that won the 24 Hours of Daytona 3 times. Power comes from the naturally aspirated 5.2-litre V10 that makes 640 horsepower, and because the STO is a rear-wheel drive model, it weighs even less than the Huracan Performante. Lamborghini says 0 to 100 kph in the STO takes 3 seconds, while 0 to 200 kph takes 9 seconds. 75% of the STO's body panels are made of carbon fiber, and it also gets a roof-mounted air scoop, side air intakes, and a large adjustable rear wing.
In more supercar news from Italy, Ferrari has taken the wraps off of the Spider version of the SF90, which is now the most powerful production convertible in the world.
Ferrari's second hybrid convertible, the SF90 Spider, features an aluminium retractable hardtop, which opens and closes in just 14 seconds. It has a 4-litre twin-turbo V8 mated to a pair of electric motors. Combined output is 1000 horsepower and 800 Nm of torque, and all that power is sent to all 4 wheels via an 8-speed dual-clutch automatic. The SF90 Spider takes just 2.5 seconds to go from 0 to 100 km an hour and has a top speed of 340 kph. More significantly, the convertible has posted a lap time of 1 minute 19.5 seconds at Ferrari's Fiorano test track, just half a second slower than the hardtop version.
Since we're on the subject of fast cars, Mercedes-AMG's GT Black Series has set a blistering lap time at the Nurburgring and has now become the fastest production car to ever lap the hallowed circuit.
The 730 horsepower AMG GT Black Series completed a lap of the Nurburgring in 6 minutes 43.616 seconds, just over 1.3 seconds quicker than the previous record holder, the Lamborghini Aventador SVJ. The GT, driven by GT3 racer Maro Engel, set the record in fully stock form, with aero and suspension adjustments that can be made on every customer car as well. More interestingly, AMG says the run was attempted in conditions that were far from ideal. Track temperature was just 10 degrees Celsius and parts of the circuit were not totally dry, so in better conditions, the GT Black Series could potentially go even quicker.
This week, Jeep unveiled a new variant of the Wrangler. It has the digits 392 in its name that denote the presence of a massive 6.4-litre V8 under its hood.
Called the Wrangler Rubicon 392, the number referring to the engine's capacity in cubic inches, the new 4x4 uses a 6.4-litre version of the naturally aspirated Hemi V8. It makes 470 horsepower and 637 Nm of torque, giving the Rubicon 392 a 0 to 96 kph time of 4.5 seconds, and an 8-speed automatic gearbox sends power to all 4 wheels. Also unique to the Rubicon 392, which will be offered in 4-door form only, are Fox aluminium monotube shocks, electronically locking Dana 44 axles, a 2-inch lift kit which takes ground clearance up to 262mm, 33-inch tires, an active exhaust, and larger brakes.
Another facelift revealed this week is the updated Hyundai Kona Electric, which gets refreshed styling and a raft of technology upgrades.
On the styling front, the most dramatic change for the facelifted Kona Electric is the removal of the grille panel, with the EV adopting a cleaner front end. On the inside, the Kona Electric now has a 10.25-inch digital instruments display as standard, and there's also a larger 10.25-inch touchscreen infotainment system. Mechanically, the Kona Electric remains unchanged and will continue to be offered with 2 battery and motor options in international markets.
On the two-wheeler front this week, we have news about the latest addition to Triumph's Tiger lineup. It's the Tiger 850 Sport, which is now the entry point to Triumph Tiger ownership.
The Tiger 850 Sport is based on the current Tiger 900 platform, but is conceived as a more accessible and manageable adventure bike. It's powered by an 888cc liquid-cooled inline triple engine that makes 85 horsepower and gets a 6-speed gearbox with a slip and assist clutch and a quick shifter available as an accessory. Also part of the package are LED lights, a 5-inch TFT display, 2 ride modes and a height adjustable seat. The Tiger 850 Sport is expected to be launched in India in the first half of 2021, and you can expect it to be priced between Rs 11,50,000 to Rs 12 lakh.
To close out the week, we have news on the KTM 250 Adventure, which has been launched in India at Rs 2,48,000. At this price, it costs around Rs 50,000 less than the bigger 390 Adventure. The 250 Adventure gets off-road ABS and also a new LCD instrument display, but misses out on the quick shifter, cornering ABS and traction control system found on the 390. Another big difference is that the 250 has a halogen headlight with LED DRLs instead of a full LED setup. Powering it is a 248cc liquid-cooled single-cylinder engine that makes 30 horsepower and 24 Nm of torque, and it has a 6-speed gearbox with a slip-and-assist clutch. The 250 Adventure doesn't have a direct rival in our market, but sits between the Royal Enfield Himalayan and the updated BMW G310 GS in terms of price. And that's all we have for you on this week's Autocar Quick News. As always, don't forget to tell us what your highlight of this week was, which was your favorite unveil, what you think of the Renault Kiger concept, what you think of the new Honda Civic's design, and of course what you think of this video. Remember to like it and share it with your friends and family. We'll see you here again next week.